kidding.
Sure.
I want to hear this. I want people to know that this fucking happens. Okay.
Okay.
Because aren't there times when you're like, yeah, Jane, I've heard that from other people, but that's not my
All the time.
experience.
Yeah.
Okay. So start over. What happened last week?
So last week you told me as we were about to get off the call, you said just go into Klaviyo and post one email push. And so I went in and relisted one of my pieces and
And you did not want to do that. I'll tell you.
I did not want to do that. And I just felt like, I've been doing emails every week for a long time now, one or two emails, and it's hard to tell if they're working. It seldom is like you put up the ad for the dress and you sell a dress. Like it doesn't
When
seem
you
to
say
have,
ad, you mean email, right?
I'm sorry,
Feels
email.
like an ad. That's why it's
It
hard.
feels like an ad. To me, it's an ad. So I did what you said that day, so I didn't forget. I put up the email. I pushed out one of the pieces, and that day I got an order. I got four orders. And I said to my husband, I got four orders, say $1,000 worth of products. And he said, why do you think that happened? And I said, I don't know. And then I thought about it and I was like, I think it's because Jane made me send out this email and people must be clicking through because they didn't even actually buy the thing I was trying to sell. But they went and they started looking and they saw like the t-shirts and then they saw this one woman, she wanted that sweater. It's a $600 cashmere sweater. She wanted the sweater, but she had seen it in person. And I have a feeling that the repetition of her seeing my stuff come through finally got her to go and do it because she had said she wanted to buy it, but she never did. So, yeah. I know. I think that
Yes
finally
and
it
yes.
sticks, right? Eventually people feel it like you're there, you're
How
hovering
many
in
touch
the
points do you
ground.
think they need?
That took about probably
How many have I said they would need?
10 or 12.
12.
I think you said 12, but yeah, I think it took 10, 12, 14 touch points.
Yes. We
Yeah.
think it's so easy to just be like, look how cute this product is.
I know you're gonna
Don't
buy
you
it. Why
love it?
would you
People
buy it?
crave about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone who puts it on says, my life is transformed. I lost 10 pounds. Why aren't people buying this?
It was the perfect model shot. Why aren't they
Right.
loving it?
It's a great product. I'm in a great position. You can afford
We
it.
said so. Why aren't they buying it?
The human
Yeah.
brain just doesn't work like that. We
Yeah.
need.
Yep.
I'm so excited for you. And
Yeah.
that's interesting because I was talking to a client the other day and I said, she's an OG, so she's got a bigger business and whatever, and she sends emails a lot for years. And I said, well, what do you want to promote this week? She's like, I don't know. I don't have time for that. It doesn't matter what I put in the email, something they'll buy something. I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
But you've earned the right for that purchase, my friend, because you
Yeah.
just kept
I've
doing
worked
it
for it.
even when you didn't see the result.
Right. No, I've been working for it for sure. And
And was
and
the
also
email stripped down? I'm sorry, go ahead.
the email was simple because I sent it really fast. I
Yes.
wasn't changing the world with it. And I also think that like I think I think I know that last week when you said go send this email, I said to you, I am not going to send any emails till I have new content. That's a couple of weeks away. And you said, no, 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 you just still need to send an email. And I think that the content is sort of secondary. Like almost like I was afraid that if I sent an email that said, here's the swing dress again, like
Yes.
you've seen the swing dress, that they weren't going to open it. But that's clearly not the way it's working.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm so glad that this realization is happening and that you got that result because that's no joke to get $1,000 in a day. It's amazing.
No, I mean it was serious. It changed the trajectory even of my photo shoot because I was going to drop the $600 sweater from the collection and then I started putting it on the models during the shoot and I was like, this looks so good. They loved it. They look great in it. We tied it around their neck. We put it on them. We had it, and I can imagine trying to sell it again, like, because I
There's
just that one order.
there's an unlimited amount of people who won't even blink at a $600 sweater.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just that maybe that's not our friend, that's not my neighbor, that's not me, but there are people who don't care. because it
Yeah.
makes them feel a certain way and they're going to wear it for 10 years and they see the value. And it's made
Yeah.
of seaweed. Come on, girl.
I know. And then we put it. So we put the cashmere sweater on, and then we tied another cashmere sweater, different style, around her neck. And I was like, it's a
Gotta
thousand
have
dollars
both.
worth of cashmere on that model right now. And everybody laughed and said, well, if you're gonna go big, you may as well go big.
I
Like,
mean, I don't want to go out with just one cashmere sweater. Boring.
oh,
Oh my God. I'm gonna go look at the email and just see, even though I know it's not one email equals the money, it's the series of things that you've done. I'm gonna go
yeah,
look at that. And also I want to shout you out for doing it because I know you didn't want to do it and I know you wanted to overthink and I know you wanted to make it like these three things that you could do. And I was like, just send what it was just like one image and like a few tips and then go buy it.
yeah.
Was there an offer?
I
Was there
don't
a discount
remember.
code or anything?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
I love it that you don't even remember. It's fucking
I
awesome.
honestly don't remember. The and wait a minute, there was something
But
else.
that's it though, Kimberly. It's the
Yeah,
series of marketing activities that you actually do,
yeah,
not how good each one is executed. It's that they're done.
yeah. And
And I
people
know that's a
aren't
painful
believing me yet.
lesson for people.
I forget if I said this to you, one of my friends said she's a marketing person and she said, are people unsubscribing a lot? And I said, no, they're not. And she's like, well, then you're not sending enough emails.
She's my buddy. I love her.
I
It's
know.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but about 6 months ago, maybe you said to me, you can't stop selling the stuff you already have because
Yeah.
I'd kind of given up on it because I it just feels stale and because I've been looking at it for a year or a year and a half now actually and even my branding person who I've been working with said to me, I know that you're tired of the clothes you already have and you're looking ahead, but you got this stuff is good, you got to sell this stuff first. I'm like, I know that's what my coach told me. I can't stop. And yesterday during my photo shoot, I mean, watching these people put the clothes on and mixing it up, mixing and matching, and just seeing it through fresh eyes, I was completely blown away by my own stuff.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I know it was like it, and then I started to worry, like maybe I'm gonna run out of some of this stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to see sizes disappearing. Like, I have no more of the black swing dress in a size small because they've sold out. And so it was like confirmation that just because I've seen a ton of it doesn't mean everybody else has or anybody, you know.
It's incredible because, well, plus, not only have you been looking at those clothes, but you started designing them and sourcing the fabrics how long ago? They're like so old news.
So old news. Well, and
Yeah.
everything's old news by the time we get it in our hands, right? Like I
Yes.
just finished production on a vest and it took me a while to put the order in because I had to wait for the fabric and then I got the order was complete and it took him like a week to ship it because we've all been so busy and I finally got the box and I didn't even open it. Like I was like I don't have time for this right now. I mean, it used to be
Exciting.
I wait for that box. I was waiting for the UPS guy at the front door for him to pull into my driveway with my box of clothes. But you're just so far beyond it by the time it's in your hands but I can't let that,
Well,
that's only the start.
I,
Day
this,
one.
my friend, this is the game. This is the difference between a hoe and a bow. Okay. For real, a hobby owner and a business owner.
Okay.
The
Okay.
hobby owner, which I have been and act like often, I get it. I'm not trying to throw shade. The mind fuck of being the person who designs the clothes and still has to get whatever it takes to be able to sell the clothes
Yeah.
and get into a mental space where you actually do think these clothes are helping other humans on their bodies and they're going to look better
Yes.
if they have them.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not fucking easy and it takes a lot of practice. And it takes,
No.
yeah.
And the other thing that is so important is that how do I put this? I think that when we design something and then we go through the process of manufacturing it and waiting for it to get to us. And then you have to go through all the work of selling it, dragging it to shows, tagging it, boxing it up, like all that stuff, steaming them, like all that stuff. By the time you stop and look at it, you're like, God, I've got to design better because this isn't that great. Like, I don't think it's that great. And then you look at it on new people and they're in love with it. And you have to remember, like, no, 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 it's great.
Yeah.
But we're so far beyond it by the time we actually can stop and take a breath and find our size and wear it out to the coffee shop. Then I'm like, oh,
This whole thing. Yeah.
this whole thing. But
No,
actually,
I
like,
feel you so hard on this.
it's so
14 years of designing clothes and showing up in the boutique pretending I gave a shit about that one I
yes,
did 2 years ago. And I did. Once they were excited, I would get
yes.
excited.
Yeah,
But
totally.
yeah,
Because the designs were good and it totally was worth their purchase. Like that's and they should be thrilled about that purchase. It's the same thing with my knitwear right now. I'm finally like getting my brain wrapped around how great those pieces are and how I have to own it and sell
yeah,
them and
yes.
and move forward with them. That yeah, they're filler pieces in a sense, but they're great. Like
They're
anyhow.
filler piecers in the sense of like we all need them. And
Yeah,
they're the right ones that work with your designs, which are more
right,
unique.
right.
They're not
Exactly.
filler pieces like the shit you get at TJ Maxx, which no, well,
No.
a little shade on TJ Maxx, whatever. But like they're amazing, useful pieces if you are building a version of a capsule collection where you don't want that many clothes. You don't want
Right.
like you
Because
don't
they're
want
high
everything to be a statement
quality
piece.
and
Yeah.
you can see you look at the model's face and you remember, oh yeah, that's why I chose these knits. Like
Yeah.
it's all the same process, right? It's reminding yourself that even though it's old news to you, it's not to everybody else, I
Yeah,
guess.
dude, this is real. I am so
Mhm.
fucking happy for you and proud of you because when we get in the mindset of, oh my God, I can't believe I have to sell this old stuff, we have to just be a fly on the wall and think, oh, this is the part. This is the
Yes.
part in the movie where the
Yes.
designer gets bored with her own designs and just wants to get
Yes.
her off. And then
And
I
you
said,
don't think it happens
no.
like that. You don't realize it happens.
No,
Like,
because you think your reality is so real. Like, this sucks. Everything I've ever done sucks. Why am I even here? I should probably get a job. My
yes,
husband's gonna pull the plug on this shit. Like, not that he has
totally.
the power, but you know what I mean.
No,
Just
I know
like
what you
my
mean.
family's getting annoyed with this. I'm indulging my creativity. And
Yeah.
I mean, all the things every
Yeah.
fucking month, your
Yeah.
brain offers you the same shit.
Yep.
And this is
Yep.
why people fail. I mean, there's other
Yeah.
reasons why people fail, but this is mostly it because the courage to continually work with your brain on being a business owner, a real business owner who does the shit they don't want to do, who works through the mental blocks, who
Yeah.
has a fucking coach or somebody to slap the stupid out of them when they
Yes.
do.
Yes.
You came to that meeting truly thinking, I don't need to send an email. I'm too busy with my thing.
I never would have occurred to me. And I wouldn't have done it unless you demanded it. If you said in the next week, after your photo shoot, maybe, or today, I would have totally put it off.
And sometimes I talk like that, but not
Yeah.
that day. I was
But
like, no, it's
you
going out
knew.
today and it's going to be
Yeah.
really simple.
Well,
I
you
think we
heard
just wrote
something.
it. Didn't we just write the content and do it?
Yes. It was
Yeah,
easy. It was
it's
right
so
there.
easy.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
But it was easy because you've been doing the work.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
it was you got $1,000 because you've been doing the work.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah.
just send one fucking email and make $1,000. You've been doing that shit, maybe not every week, but a lot.
That I haven't missed a week with Clavio in what, 4 months?
Girl,
Something like that.
celebrate
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah. I've
Seriously.
really been trying to keep up with it. Is that I don't know.
You know what? One of my one of the things I learned from the life coach school was do you remember when the kids were little, if you ever did this, I don't know, but it was like if they did something good or you caught them doing something good, you put a marble in a jar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time they send an email, they put a marble in a jar.
Nice.
Yeah. And so like you're building up the marbles, and when the
Yeah,
marbles,
yeah.
they get a treat.
Yeah.
So it's a process goal of like seeing that build up, which
Yeah.
can be really exciting.
Totally.
But anyway, fuck, I'm so happy for you. Okay. Dude, great. All right. So the content is coming, all of the things. Talk to me about, okay, the Facebook. And then maybe do you want to hop on a quick call later today and go over the Facebook thing? Because now I'm really so glad we had this conversation because I'm
Oh, it's
so
good.
excited for you. And I also
Yeah.
want you to remember that the same shit's going to come up next month, and that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Just see it like you're at the top, you're filming the movie, you're the fly on the wall watching the movie. Oh, here's the part where I freak out.
Yes.
Watch me spin. Here, I'm gonna spin away. This is confusion. This is overwhelm. This is frustration. This is wishing it could be easier. This
Yeah.
is wondering what's wrong with me that it's not easier.
Hmm.
Thinking, oh my God, cash flow problems. Better have DEFCON 1. Let my brain go crazy today instead of being like, oh, here's a problem to solve. What's the next thing I could do?
Yep. Yeah. Go back to the beginning and think, like, what is it I'm supposed to be doing? Stop
Yeah, I
taking.
mean, honestly, first thing is probably just brain dump. Just write down everything that's on your brain, no matter how
Yeah.
crazy it is.
Yeah.
And then you feel we often feel a lot better.
True.
The other thing is when I'm like, if I am very, I'm going to say overwhelmed or feeling a very strong emotion, I will just name it out loud and repeat it over and over. Like, this is
Hmm.
anxiety. This is anxiety.
Oh,
This is
that's
stress.
smart.
This is like out loud,
Yeah.
like a crazy person. Um,
No.
but then I'm not a crazy person because I do it. And it often happens in the car because I get stressed driving sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I don't know, or if I'm late, it makes me feel very anxious. Whatever. So if I pause and sit with it like 60, 90 seconds, maybe even, and just say it out
Yeah.
loud, boy, does it go away faster.
Oh, that's interesting.
I just
It's sort of
allow
like
it instead of pushing.
manifesting it and calling it out and then putting it down.
Yeah, it's kind of painful. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I want to just get busy.
Yeah. And just
Fine,
ignore
fine,
it.
fine. Keep moving, keep moving. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, totally.
sometimes it's like a beach ball you're holding under the water.
Hmm.
Eventually that ball is
So
gonna
much pressure.
up.
Yeah.
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 So
Um, yeah, we can talk. I'll schedule another session. I've got the rest of this week. And we can talk about the Facebook stuff